save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Haven't I been in good spirits lately? You know, I had this long stretch of like complaint videos and rant videos and aggravation videos, and then stupid things started happening to me. I kept falling and I fell, and then just stupid things kept happening. And then I was like, well, you know what? At least I got a couple of funny videos in there. You know, some have been real sad, and some have been a little exciting. And then I got a couple people that said, oh, I love your energy lately. You have a lot of energy. And in my head, I'm like, my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. Sitting, I don't know, John Denver in my head. I got some packages here. I'm gonna get right to it. And I know sometimes you guys like. I like when you tell a story first. Well, let me tell you. Before I open this package, which is from Salvatore E. Cavalier from New Hartford, New York. I will tell you that I got on the phone with a therapist yesterday, and she wanted to interview me to see if I was a good candidate to be her patient. And I will tell you, I was a little skeptical because I'm like, oh, you want to interview me to see if I am a good candidate to be your patient. So in a way, I was thinking, is this like a casting couch? Are you casting me as your patient? Because if I was a psychiatrist or a counselor or a therapist or whatever, I think I would do the same thing, because I'd be like, is this person going to be at least interesting enough for me to waste my hour? You know, if I'm going to sit there for an hour and I'm going to try to help somebody or listen to somebody talk or whatever, they should at least be interesting. You know what I mean? And so I kind of understood in a way, but so I get on the phone and I'm talking to this lady, and I made it very clear to her. I said, listen, number one, I said, I will not go to you unless you are going to at least make believe you care. And right away she was like, well, I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm like, what I'm trying to say is that I've seen a lot of therapists. You are number 13 in my, since age 12, of real therapists. Okay, now I'm not counting counselors. I'm not counting social workers or the people in school that they used to send me to, guidance counselors and all those people like that. I'm talking like ones I had to take money out of my pocket and pay for a counselor. I'm like, I'm not gonna go to you unless I feel like you care. Like I feel like you're really gonna be invested in my life, because I could pretty much just sit in front of this camera right now and just tell people everything that's going on in my life. And I do want to throw this out at you that these therapy sessions are gonna give me tremendous content. So here's a little warning. Warning number one. You ready? I should probably do like a warning number one and write them all out, because for people that is too stupid to just listen to what I have to say. And I'm not talking about my regular viewers. I'm talking about family. And you know what I'm talking about when I talk about family. If you're so stupid to be watching this stuff, and when I'm going to be in the midst of therapy, you may need some therapy yourself. So you might want to just stay away. Actually, I really advise my family to not watch my channel. I say that. I did a whole video on it, and yet these people just keep suckers for punishment. That's all I gotta say. Suckers for punishment. They obviously love the abuse. I mean, it's like, please abuse me, please abuse me, because the sad thing is I think what they think in their heads is I'm trying to attack them in some way, or I'm trying to make them feel bad, or making them suffer, or I hate them, or it's all of these things. And I sat down with the wife the other day, and I'm like, I said, you know, I would reach out to my mother, or I would reach out to my father or whatever, but I don't really talk to them, okay? But if they are still watching this channel, if any of these people do watch this channel, I do want to let you know that I don't hate anybody, and I'm not mad at anybody. I prefer everybody leave me alone. I want to make that clear. I prefer people leave me alone because your triggers. You trigger my life. You make me have anxiety. You give me depression. You give me you make me not a good person. So the saying is that God puts people in your life, but then God also takes people out of your life. And I think some of these people have been taken out of my life for a reason, because they are triggers and they mess me up. So this is not clickbait for you to be like, if I put something up here and I'm like, don't watch this channel, as this is not clickbait for you to be like, yes, please watch the channel. I'm kind of referring to my family as don't watch it. When I say family, once again, I'll make it clear. I'm saying mom and dad. I say father, mother. You know, the people that gave birth to me or supposedly gave birth to me. What I'm saying is don't watch it because this is my outlet. I am using this channel as a diary. So I will tell you right now, once I start going into this therapy, since when I talked to the lady on the phone last night, I asked her, I said, listen, how do you feel about me bringing in a recorder? Can I bring in a recorder? Can I bring in a camera? Can I bring in? And she's like, no, it's a patient doctor confidentiality. You can't have any recording stuff. You can't have any video stuff. I mean, after all of these reality TV shows, you know, Scott Baio, 40 and pregnant or whatever, all those shows there that they used to have counselors and stuff, and Dr. Drew and all those things like that. Celebrity Rehab and everything. I thought maybe I can get away with bringing in a camera and just putting the camera right on myself and have this person ask me the questions, and I would in turn answer the questions, or I would pour out my heart and tell them my guts and tell them the stories of my life, and I would get feedback and they would help me with my coping skills. I thought that would make for great content. But she said, no, I cannot do that, Pet. It's a confidentiality thing or whatever. So more than likely, as this professional starts to dig into my my inner core, bad things are going to be said. Because my plan is, as soon as I'm done, since she won't let me record while I'm there, as soon as I leave the place, I plan on coming over here and making a video and talking about every damn thing that I talked about to her. I don't have any secrets from anybody, and I am not afraid to say anything to anybody. You know, it's like I'm an open book. When I used to go to church, and and my pastor used to come up to me all the time. He goes, "Know what I like about you is that you're transparent. You're a transparent person. It's like I can see right through you. There's no secrets with you. You say it like it is. You're a straight shooter. That's what I love about you. That's what everybody loves about you, is that you tell it like it is." Unfortunately, not everybody does love that about me. Unfortunately, if I am a straight shooter and I'm brutally honest, I end up hurting people's feelings. And it's not my intention to hurt anybody's feelings. We ran into my mother not too long ago. My daughter had a play, and we ran into my mother, and I'm standing there, and I didn't really approach her, and she didn't really approach me. But I'm standing there, and I'm like, okay, well, she's obviously pissed, and I understand, but I don't understand, because it's like, I'm not targeting you. I'm sorry that you're convicted by what I had to say about you and what I have said about you on this channel. I'm sorry that you're upset about this, but this is my way of venting. I have no friends. I have nobody to talk. My friends are 5 years old and 4 years old. I'm not very well going to tell them that my family life sucked when I was a kid, or I was abused as a kid, or I was assaulted as a kid, or whatever. Or dad made me go to some kind of church with a special priest that used to like to touch my leg. Listen, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to do that to a 4 or 5 year old. It's not going to happen. But I can do it on this channel. You know, I can sit here and I can tell you guys how it is, but my parents, my mother, she gets offended, and then she, like I said, we ran into her, and I don't like physical contact with my family, my parents. I don't like physical contact. They never gave me physical contact when I was a kid, so I don't really expect it now. So I get very, like, I feel very odd. It's like hugging a stranger. Actually, I don't have a lot of problems hugging strangers. I hug a lot of strangers. A lot of parents I hug out of love, because I think they're doing a great job with their kids, and I admire them for that. So I am a hugger. I am a hugging person. Matter of fact, if you were one of my viewers and I ran into you and I knew that you were one of my viewers and everything, I would more than likely give you a hug, because that's what I do. Because when I was younger, I didn't get a lot of hugs and a lot of kisses and a lot of I love yous. So after I got my first hug from like an adult, which was my supervisor, by the way, years ago, I realized how bad I needed that hug. So I was like, you know what? I think other people might need hugs. You know, maybe other people need hugs. But I always ask ahead of time. I'm like, listen, I'm about ready to go in and give you a hug. I'm about ready. I'm coming in to give you a hug. And usually, I had one of the parents, real nice guy. He was I had a tree fell on my car and messed up the paint and all the other thing. And he works on cars and stuff like that. And so he offered to fix my car. He's like, he felt bad in a way, and I was all messed up, because I'm like, I never owned a nice car before. And finally, my next door neighbor was getting rid of his car because he was having problems with it. Check engine light wouldn't go off. So he sold me his car, and I was able to get the check engine light off. but the car it is the best car I probably ever owned in my life. And it's literally a car that's probably about 10 years old, if not older. And it's not mint. It's got its little quirky damages, got dents here and there and everything. But it's the best car I ever owned. And when the tree fell on it, it chipped the paint, messed up a little bit of whatever, and I was a little upset about it. So this real nice couple that I take care of their child, it's one of my students. They were like, oh, well, bring the car to us. He likes to work on cars, so he'll work on the car for you, and he'll straighten it out. So I brought the car to him, and after I looked at the car, and the car was all done and everything, I went up to him and I said, listen, so I'm going to give you a hug. And he looked at me, and it was so cool, because he looked at me and he goes, well, that'd be nice. That's different. That's nice. And I'm like, well, I'm coming in for it. And I gave the guy a big hug, and I walked away. And I'll tell you, every time I run into the guy, big smile on his face, always happy to see me. So yeah, so a little hug goes a long way. And I will tell you that, I'm gonna make it very clear. This channel is not here to abuse anybody. I'm not here to attack anybody. I'm not trying to attack you. If you feel convicted, if you feel abused, if you feel like any hatred is being shot in your direction, it's in your head. It's because of the things that you did in your life. And you're starting to realize now that you're screwed up and you can't fix it. I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I don't want you to feel bad, and I don't want you to hate me and be like, every time I turn on his channel, he's complaining about me. But don't turn on my channel. I'm trying to tell you not to do it, because this is a good way for me to get the things out. And once this counseling thing starts, man, because after I talked to her I talked to her on the phone yesterday for like 20 minutes. I was like, I even told her this. I said, because she goes, I'm ready to take you on as a client or whatever, or as a patient. And I told her, I said, well, you better buckle up and get ready for the ride, because it's gonna be a long ride. I said, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. I said, you got the guts. I said, I'm ready to do it. And you guys have been watching this channel for a long time. Listen, you guys get like the 20 peso version, okay, of what my life is and what it has been and what it's going to be. This lady's gonna get the full dosage. She's gonna need a therapist after I'm done talking to her. Okay, that's my theory on that. All right, so anyway, from Salvatore, but listen, like, share, subscribe, help me out. I appreciate you. Salvador E. Cavalier, whatever, from New Hartford, New York, sent me a box with a lot of tape on it. And I probably should have cut through this while I was telling the story, because, all right, we got this. I will not be keeping this box, so let's go with this. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. For the people that complain like, hey, you keep this stuff too low and we can't see what you're unboxing. Okay, it's a copy of Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask. And you're probably like, whoa, that's a mouthful. Let's say that again. One more time. Everything you always wanted to know about sex but were afraid to ask. And yes, right on the cover is that'd be Woody Allen dressed like, I believe, sperm. Yes. I have not seen this movie in years, and I have the DVD box sets of all the Woody Allen stuff. But let me make it very clear, I am not a huge Woody Allen. Woody Allen is an acquired taste. He has some hits and misses. Some of the dramas were like, there's a movie he did called Radio Days, loved it. This movie right here, Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex but Were Afraid to Ask. The reason why I bought this is it actually stars not only Burt Reynolds, but it does have Gene Wilder in it. And a little it's like these little snippet stories of these people that have these different relationships with different people. The funny thing about the Gene Wilder one is he's in love with a sheep. And only Gene Wilder could pull off a romantic scene with a sheep. Okay, so if you have never seen this movie and you want to see something that you've never seen before, Gene Wilder in love with a sheep. Okay, that's what you're after. I can't be perfectly honest with you. I can't remember anything else but that part of the movie. All I remember is Gene Wilder's excellent acting in this movie as a person that's in love with a sheep. Yeah, that's a little strange. Well, we're all a little strange. And I love Gene Wilder. I love Gene Wilder. Love him, love him, love him. One of my favorite actors. So I had to make sure I had that on Blu-ray. That's actually an upgrade, so I had to make sure I had this one. This one. Oh, sorry. We have a wow, why would I say purple? I was gonna say purple. It's not purple. We have a silver by Mike Collins from Plantation, Florida. Plantation, Florida. And what I have here is a copy. Oh, yeah, I went to go see Kevin Hart not that long ago, and I was like, I'm missing a couple of Kevin Hart things. What does this say here? And I never even heard of this movie, so you can comment below what the heck this is. I was deterred from a couple of Kevin Hart movies because they're based on true stories. And I was like, well, how funny can Kevin Hart be in movies that are based on true stories? I like Kevin Hart's comedy. But when he does these like dramatic type things, and this one is called Kevin Hart, based on the endearing true story, Fatherhood. So yeah, if you've seen this movie, you can comment below. I've never seen it. I just want to complete my Kevin Hart collection, and I pretty much own everything that Kevin Hart has released. Recently I just did a video where I bought Soul Plane, which I heard sucked beyond belief, but it's got Kevin Hart in it, so that's for me. This was bought used, no digital copy. If there was, I would give it to you. The other one did not have a digital copy either, so that's I'm not gonna be showing you that either. This one right here is from this is the last one, by the way, and once again, like, share, and subscribe. The sharing part is a big deal. If you're a YouTuber, you know you get this analytics thing, this thing where it tells you if how the people are finding you, how they, who's viewing. It tells you how old the people are that are viewing you. It gives you a whole bunch of things. You got 75 less viewers than you had last month, or you got 150 more viewers than you had the month before, or you have less subscribers than you have 4 less subscribers than you had last month. That's the part that always bums me out. I always like to see, you have 12 more subscribers than you got last month, or you have 450,000 more watch times than you had last month. I love that stuff. I eat that stuff like for breakfast. I eat it right up. Yeah, so if you could do me a favor, just stop for a second. Just the little dot things in the corner. I think that's how you share it or whatever. I think it just says share on the bottom. Just hit the share button, and I believe it will give you either the link, and you could drop the link in your Facebook for your family to enjoy. Okay, unless you're my family, then more than likely you're not going to do that. But yeah, share it. Share it in there, because even like Google, if you Google search me, that helps with my algorithm. When you Google search, it helps with my algorithm. If you search in the YouTube searcher for Melting Movie 1, that helps with my algorithm. What I'm trying to get is YouTube to actually like drop me in some like places. You know what I mean? Like they won't promote me or put me in like little commercial things or make me the next view or whatever until I reach so many subscribers, and it's kind of sucks because I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm not reaching the count that I want. So Daniel Grimes, let's see what you got here. Whoa, that was a little. I cut this thing, and the bottom ripped open. That's a first. And I dropped the item because the bottom ripped open after I cut the thing. Well, that's odd. What I have here is a copy of the Criterion Collection of did I get the 4K or the Blu-ray? 4K Blu-ray combo pack of Tom Cruise and Rebecca De Mornay in Risky Business. Who does not love them some Risky Business? This was my teenage, actually preteen forbidden fruit. And let's see what the old Criterion has given us today. So we have the like a little backdrop thing. I'll pull that whole thing out there for you. We got the backdrop thing. We got the picture of him doing the little slide, which is not the original cover art of Risky Business. I do have Risky Business on Blu-ray already, actually, and on DVD. So I just upgraded this because it was Criterion. You also get a looks like a poster of the original cover art. There you go. Thank you. Fell again. Thank you, Criterion. Look at that. You get the original cover art And then you get this write-up thing on the back that says coming of ages, whatever. I gotta tell you, we did not get a book in this one. Criterion, what are you doing? I mean, I understand we got this coming of ages thing on the back. I guess I could read that. I'm not gonna read any of this stuff anyway. But and we do have the 4K Ultra HD in a lovely pink, and we have the Blu-ray, which is what I'll be watching, in the lovely black. And let's see what we got for special features, because we got that guy there. That one guy that says, hey, I don't like you to read, but then I got another guy that says, hey, if you don't read the back of the thing, then I don't know whether or not I want to buy it. So let's see. I love to do this with the 4Ks and the Blu-ray. So directors approved 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray special editions features new 4K digital restoration of the director's cut and the original theatrical release. That is very important, okay? I want the theatrical release and I want the director's cut, because I'm more than likely going to watch the theatrical release because that's what I remember. But because there's some Rebecca De Mornay in this, and let me just say that back in the day, this is going to rhyme. The whole damn thing's going to rhyme. I got to say that back in the day, Rebecca De Mornay was... she did a movie called And God Created Woman. I'm waiting for that to get some kind of Criterion collection release, because damn, that's all I gotta say about that movie. Damn, okay, that movie was like Rebecca De Mornay in her like prime, okay. But anyway, this was her classic. This was her classic breakout film or whatever that made her famous, and I'm pretty sure put Tom Cruise on the map also. Actually, prior to this, did he do The Outsiders? Was he in The Outsiders prior to this? Tom Cruise has been around for a while. So new 4K digital restoration of director's cut and the original theatrical cut release, supervised and approved by director Paul Brickman and producer John Ord, whatever. The 5.1 surround sound DTS HD master audio soundtrack, one 4K Ultra HD disc of the presented in Dolby version HDR, and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. Once again, the 4K just has the film presented in Dolby Vision HDR, and that's it. You get the film, and I don't even know if you get I don't even know if you get the two versions of the film. It's not even specifying that. And then on the and then it says on the Blu-ray with the film and the special features, you get the audio commentary for the original theatrical release, feature Brickman, event, and actor Tom Cruise, new interviews with event and casting director Nancy Cooper, new conversation between editor Richard Chu and his historian Bobby Osteen. The Dream is Always the Same, the story of risky business, a program feature interview with Brickman, event cast members, and others. Screen tests with Cruise and actor Rebecca De Mornay. Trailer, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, plus an essay by the film creator and critic Dave Kerr. You get all of that on the Blu-ray, but you don't get it on the 4K. And I have not heard any complaints yet about the 4K yet, but hopefully they didn't use any crazy AI stuff, because more than likely you 4K collectors are going to be complaining about how Rebecca De Mornay's face is all distorted when she's standing behind Tom Cruise or something like that. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please take a minute, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.